So today is going to be sort of an adventure day. We're going to be going on an adventure and exploring a new dimension. That's right. Well, it's sort of a new dimension. I've kind of played around in this dimension before, just not in this particular pack. Also, if you're wondering why I have a flower on my head, well, we are on the new update to this mod pack, and it added Botania. And this is one of my supporter perks for supporting Basky. I, of course, always suggest, if you have the ability to support your local mod devs, as without these mod devs, we would not have such amazing mods. So be sure to check that out. Yeah, well, let's get on with today's video and test out this new other dimension. Now, yes, I did just say the other. That is going to be the new dimension that we are going to be hopefully going for. And as you can see, we can get to that dimension by putting this in the nether and then using this to teleport to that dimension. Similar to how we can just go straight over to our mining dimension, which, by the way, has been running with this for a little while. Is it done? It's done. This is all that it mined in this little area. Pretty interesting. I almost wonder if there's all the modium and stuff down there that it potentially mined through. I don't know how I'd get down there safely. You know what? I could just do this. If there's like just floating ore. This is crazy. Look how insane. Oh, there is. So there's all the modium because they cannot mine this stuff. So yeah, it just leaves it. That's ridiculous. I love this. But yeah, this is how far down. Just puts a good perspective on this. But yes, we're going to be using the same method that we used to get into this dimension. We're going to be using it in the nether to get there. But this dimension is not the safest place in the world. So there's actually a lot of prep work that is going to be involved with getting there. And I think we should probably get started with this major mod that's been in here lurking the whole time called Apotheosis. And this mod is incredibly powerful, even though it seems so small. Now, to get started with Apotheosis, there's a few things that we kind of want. One is a reforging table, the other's a salvaging table. These are all really, really useful, but there's also more to it than this. Apotheosis has several modules, and this particular module that we're going to be working on is more of the adventure module. There's, of course, an enchanting module and all that other fun stuff you see here. This, we're going to kind of work with affixes and such and socketing. I think we can use this gear. I hope we can use this gear. I'm going to find out whenever we go to put it into this table, if we can potentially do that. If not, we may be switching to different gear. But what I need to look through, because to make these tables, I need gem dust. And not only to make the table, I actually need this later on for other things as well. So we're going to need a little bit of this gem dust. To do this, we need to go through here and, for example, find stuff that we're probably not going to utilize. For example, this is like bow increase stuff right here underneath these parity gems. So I'm going to take them right here. I don't know if I can do multiples, but if I throw them down, probably turn off my magnet. There we go. Toss them down and then drop an anvil on them. As you can see, they all turn into gem dust. So this is how you're going to go about getting the gem dust specifically. But there's actually more things that we're going to need in order to utilize this reforging table. Now, right off the bat, we can probably make this. I think this is going to be pretty easy to make. We just need a couple of base tools. And this is where we're going to salvage items and salvage tools and such that we've gathered. That's why I've been kind of gathering them. Even if I don't use them and they have stuff on them, I'm like, I want to grab them because I knew they were going to be useful in the long term. So right here are the two machines that we're going to be utilizing. This is a salvage, which will allow us to get some special items, such as this time-worn fabric and many other things that we're going to need. And then this right here is how we're going to be utilizing this dust and some of those modifiers, which is more than just time-worn. We also have these crystal shards and all kinds of other stuff. Now, how do we get those? Well, this is where taking something such as this gear right here and throwing it in here will grant us one of those items. You can see right here, this will grant us a crystal shard. However, in the process, it will destroy the item. So that's why I've collected a lot of these items from Apotheosis. I think we have more stuff in here than even is shown. As you can see right here, this is all these gold swords that I will never use. I should be able to take these off, but you can also do more than that. You could technically, if there was a gem socketed on any of these, you could get the gem off, you put the gem on. It's a whole lot. Like, it's so crazy how complicated this actual mod is. As you can see, this right here is going to give me time-worn fabric, which I need. I'm going to go through here, get all of these items, because what I should be able to do is hopefully take like my piece of gear here. It doesn't look like it'll work on a regular piece of gear. If I have a normal piece of gear, will it show? Maybe it will work on my normal piece of gear. Oh, it will. So as you can see, we can socket this gear. Oh, this is going to be crazy powerful. Okay, so on our robes, we want something very specific, right? We of course want sockets. We do want sockets because we can give ourselves crazy amounts of health and crazy amounts of other benefits as well from these sockets. So if we take a look at the Apotheosis gems, you can see right here, 30% increased attack speed for fire damage. There's all kinds of stuff. The really good ones I think are down here. 20% total speed, base crit. There's some that will give me 10 hearts. It's pretty crazy. There's a step height. That's really nice. Here we go. Plus 14 max health. Plus 10 max health. Base overall heal. Or base overheal. I'm assuming those are absorption hearts. 14 health. These are things that I want. Plus 6 armor. Oh my gosh, there's so much good stuff here. Same with toughness. So, if we can apply something really good here, I don't know if these crystals matter. It looks like depending on what you're trying to put on here, I guess it all depends on the crystals that you're putting on. This right here gives us plus 6 health, 3 luck, plus 6 armor, but we get total entity gravity as a negative, which is not that great. But all of these could do other things. We definitely want the sockets though. So did this give us a negative? This did not give us a negative, and it did add a few things. It looks like it does add armor toughness, knockback resistance, and a socket. So I'm gonna have to go through these and honestly just try to figure out. Now, when we take a look at this, these numbers right here, this is levels, right on the right, but this says how many of these materials it's going to consume. So this will consume 6 of the gem dust and 6 of the time-worn fabric if I was to use that on that stuff. So I've got a lot of stuff to kind of look through and figure out what I want to set up for this. So after taking a look at everything I have, taking all of the gear that I had, and tearing most of it down, and by the way, you can do more than one item at once, and you can see, bam, you get all of these items. So this is all of the items that I got, and I did notice that it was based on rarity. This was the only legendary item that I have, and I believe I'm going to be wearing these in place of the current boots I have. I know it reduces the set, but this mana boost that's on here definitely takes up for this. And this thing is crazy. Fall damage is reduced. Explosion damage that you would take is reduced. I mean, it has some great enchants already on it. And man, it's got some good stuff. Plus 3 armor, and then also 9 toughness and 3 sockets. We can do a lot with 3 sockets. So I'm going to be using this, and we're going to be working on socketing this. We are going to reforge this stuff. Now, I do need more gem dust. We're going to work on that here in a second. But I'm thinking with this, I should figure out what is the best thing to turn epic. So right here, this is going to give plus 11 armor. It looks like max health, but we also get negative 30 total entity gravity. I'm not quite sure what entity gravity does other than make it hard for me to walk, which sounds bad. We do need 60 levels for this, which is easy to do. But looking at this, so this one would give us, looks like 9 armor. And this item would ignore durability. Fall damage will be reduced. What happens on this? So when attacked, gain instant health, fall damage, is reduced. This ignores durability. And we get, okay, I think the pants are definitely the way to go. So let's get ourselves the levels we need. All we need is 60 levels. And setting here is going to be the easiest way to do this. You get so many levels this way. And we can speed this up by doing this. And as you can see, we get granted even more levels from doing that. We're just speeding it up just a little bit. So there's the 60 levels we need. And let's go ahead and put the pants in there. And let's do this. I mean, this is going to give us one socket. But wow, that's a pretty nice roll on that. And now we have an iron forged pair of pants of the Defender. And this is just going to add more and more stuff. Holy smokes. So with that and with our boots, because our boots, these are already fantastic. I think it's just time to figure out what we're going to do with our jacket. And how exactly are we going to do this? What do I want to roll in this? That is that or the hat. So I think overall, this seems to be pretty good for this. This will give us, it looks like some knockback resist, some total speed overall. We're going to be very speedy once we have this all set up. Oh, this is going to give us plus health on this roll now. And I think that's a good one. However, we do not get a socket. It seems like this one would give us a socket, though. This one gives us extra luck. But man, that total health, I think, compensates for not having the socket. Now, how do we use sockets? That's a whole other thing. How do we equip those? Well, let me show you. So all of that is done inside of this smithing table. So we currently have our gear. Let's go ahead and get our gear off. And our boots have all of these empty sockets. And then in here are some empty sockets that I kind of want to put on here. So this is like 14 max health, right? And then of course we have some bonus armor. And then right here, base armor piercing, all of that good stuff. And then 14 health. I think I don't know if we can socket the same gem on the same piece of gear, but for example, this, all we have to do is apply this and you can see we get that 14 health socketed on there. Can I put the same one on there? I can get base overheal. And then I can get 14 more health on there just like that. And when I put this on, we're going to have quite a few bars of health. And now I should be able to go through here and find more, right? Because we have a socket here and a socket here. So we have 2 more sockets. I need to prioritize what is the best. I think plus 40%. And then here is a 10 max health. I think that would be pretty good. Pretty good overall, I think. I'm definitely prioritizing health. So if I put this here, and on this, we have another socket. There's the max health. And then over here, by the way, we can exchange these out. There are 2 different potions. One will save the armor while destroying the socket, the socketed item, or you can receive the socketed item and destroy the gear. That's your only options there. I think the attack speed is probably the best way to go, right? I'm looking through here. Piercing damage, total attack damage actually might be better. Yeah, I think socketing the total attack damage is the way to go. Hopefully that's 30% total attack damage. Not on this gear, but our total attack damage goes up by 30% overall. Hopefully that's how that's going to work. Because we could also have a weapon. You know what? We probably are going to make a weapon and potentially reforge it really nice. But I think this will work. I'm going to go ahead and go with that. And there we go. We have some pretty killer gear. The only thing that needs to happen now is probably a reroll on the enchants. And to do that, that's another part of Apotheosis. So we should, while I watch my hearts go up, we should probably go ahead and exchange out some of these bookshelves. I almost forgot about my shield. So yes, I can also have a shield on me, and this was one of the shields I had in here that was really nice, as it blocks projectiles. 40% damage is shot back at the shooter, which is really nice, like thorns. We also get a bonus armor, And we get 8 health from this one I had. And we also have 2 empty sockets on it. So I can do some crazy stuff to this. Let's see. What are some of the best things that we have? We have +7 and +6 armor here. 6.5 armor. Total 15 bonus on attack damage. Man, an armor piercing also would be really nice for fighting back against these things. I still haven't even made a sword yet. But I am working, by the way, on getting the enchanted bookshelves. I'm going to be replacing these out with some in-shelves, and we're going to have to do a little bit of rework on this enchanting setup. I think for this, I'm going to go a boost in 40% attack speed and then 7 armor on this. And so now we should have even more defense, and then we should definitely start working on a sword. Don't know if this is the best sword in the world to go with, but it does have a really nice perk on it. Attack deals 7 damage to nearby enemies. Now this sword does have a curse on it. Now in order to remove the curse, you can make this prismatic cobweb from Apotheosis, and this should remove the curse off of here, allowing me to re-enchant this. So yeah, at least if we do fail, even after we have a nice end bookshelf, we can still remove the curses with the cobweb up here. You know what? I think I'm just going to go with an All-the-Modium sword, as this thing has a base damage of 16 and is indestructible. So when applied in here, I think at first though I do want to enchant it before, but once we get it nice and enchanted, I think throwing it in here to see what all we could potentially roll would be great. I mean, this thing is probably going to be pretty cracked once we get everything loaded into this and potentially have more sockets. So now currently with my shelves added in, these end shelves, it's not the greatest setup in the world, but we do get a nice amount of Eterna here, and we have no retifications happening here. Now, this one is pretty high as well. All of this is actually a really sort of balanced setup here, and I'm hoping for something great. This right here looks like it gives us protection 5. I really do want to roll protection 5. However, these are going to cost 80 levels on the max, so 80 levels to do this. Looks like we're going to be getting our speed going on here for sure, because woo! Yep, got to get our speed on for this one. So I'm going to try and go for this level 60 here, because it does have, I believe, protection. Oh, actually, no, that was fire protection, wasn't it? Oh, it does have fire protection, and I need it to have protection. There's the one with protection. So I think going this would be good. It has unusing insight, which I believe insight gives you more XP, and then protection. That's very interesting. Ooh, that also has mana boost. Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of trial and error to get this where I want it. So I think on this last one, I'm going to have to go for it. I have this enchanted mana regen. We have magic protection. I'm pretty much running magic protection all the way around. Not familiar with magic protection. Reduces damage taken from, that's blast. I wonder, magic protection reduces damage taken from magical sources. So we don't have any like regular protection, which I would love to have, but I mean, I'm down with that. Like everything has this. This has reflective defense, which is pretty cool, and shield bash. Not sure what that is, but the reflective defense is kind of crazy, since it already has it overall. But look what rolled here. Vorpal. You know what? I think I'll take it. Vorpal capturing, it doesn't have sharpness, but that's okay because we have higher attack on everything, and I still haven't even done this. It did get knowledge of the ages though, which is kind of crap. Actually, I do not want knowledge of the ages on here. So man, that Vorpal though, I'm gonna have to hunt for Vorpal, because Vorpal is probably one of the most overpowered enchants. It's crazy. By the way, if you're wondering why knowledge of the ages is crap, it's because it turns items dropped from the mob into experience. Great for an XP farm, really bad for any other use. So I may have just gotten what I would consider a god roll on this sword. It has Scavenger, Soul Reaper, Severing, Frost Aspect, which I'm kind of meh on, Looting, Soulbound, Sharpness 6, and Vorpal 4. And if you're wondering what Scavenger does, it re-rolls. It has a chance of re-rolling the loot table twice. I don't exactly know 100% how that works, but this is good. This is really, really good. Plus, we have the base 20 damage, and that's gonna be increased by all of our other perks. And I haven't even started working with this thing yet. So we can also throw 20% lifesteal and fire damage to their stuff as well. Oh my gosh. Or base crit and base lifesteal. I definitely want that socket. So I think I'm going to go with this on that socket. I just need a little bit more gem dust. Oh, gem. Gem, oh, gem. All right. Dust. We need some gems. And let's see. Let's go with something we're probably not going to use. Yep. Attack knockback, because who would ever want that? Perfect. I think that's enough. So we throw this in here and we hit it with this. Oh, and we're going to get hit gain speed, or on hit we gain speed. And this is your attack deal 3 damage to nearby enemies. So we're also going to get a ranged attack, it looks like. I'll go with it. I'll go with it for right now. Just for that socket. Okay. What do I want to use? 15% total attack damage, because we have an increase of 30 right now. I'm thinking 40% armor piercing. I feel like that is a insane perk. Can we not? Oh, this is a wrong thing. We got to put it over here. That feels like an insane thing to have on a sword. I feel pretty ripped right now once all of our gear's on, and I haven't even upgraded the other things that we can do as far as the mana stuff goes with our set. So you thought this was over, but it's not. The Reforging table, oh my gosh, I did not realize this, but I can actually put my Drill-O-Matic in there, and we can get another socket here. So I notice this right here says mines a 3x3 area. This one, this tool breaks in a 1x3 area. This one gives us a socket, gives us a base mining speed increase and reach distance. And we can right click this tool to place a torch. And we get a socket. That is worth all of that right there. Oh my god, does it even work? And we don't have durability, so like, that's crazy. That is such a useful thing for mining. Oh my gosh. And I haven't even applied a socket yet, because I'm sure, I mean, there's something in here that we could probably add, because I'm normally holding this thing. I think hitting this thing with a 20% total mining speed is the way to go. This is such a crazy setup from Apotheosis. Wow. So with all of this stuff on and ready to go, I'm honestly ready to go. I believe we can go ahead and grab a waystone. So we should be able to go ahead and make one of these real quick. And we're going to need this for this dimension. Now, getting there, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. So let's pop down here. We're going to hop into the nether and place this thing down. I do have a little area kind of for it. It's going to go right here. And I'm going to place it right on top of this hive. Now, this is, of course, going to be broken. Later on, we're going to clear this up. Let me just get a single block here. And then all you got to do is shift right click on it. And it should hopefully take us there. Maybe I have to take this off. Or get closer. It should. There it goes. Just takes a moment. Uh-oh, I did take some damage. Oh boy. It is dark. It is very dark. Thankfully, I can light this up. Okay, I apparently have my 5x5 on. I need it to be single block. You know what? We can go ahead and do 5x5 for right now. Give us some area here. But yeah, apparently I am underground. Not quite sure what's going on. But we're going to have to make our way out of here. This is why I wanted a waystone, so that way I can just travel here via that method. Ooh, but look, there's a legendary that we can potentially take our new tools and test out on. So I've made it into my first cave, which is kind of nice. I believe these berries give you, yeah, night vision. But of course, we do have night vision. So Yeah, we have permanent night vision. I'm not too concerned about using that. So in just like this, I'm out of here. Very cool. They've done a lot of work, it seems like, to this dimension. Used to be very laggy. I know it was. By the way, oh my gosh, we do so much damage. So much damage. Let's go ahead and throw all of this in here. We can turn on our auto collect. Make sure we auto collect everything. Turn on our magnet. Make sure we have everything. Yeah, we take like no damage. Insta slaughter. And oh my gosh, look at all the loot we just got from that. I'm interested to see how we do against these bosses though that show up. Because normally, yeah, it takes a long time to kill them. But in this case, it's not taking that long at all. Okay. Yeah, like a few hits from this. And this guy's annihilated. Oh my gosh. This is craziness. And we get, like, they take so much damage from just shooting us. I'm not even wearing my shield. Let's put my shield on. This is crazy. I bet we don't even take damage. No, we're not even taking damage. This is nutty. Now that's a boss that I want to go after. Where is George? George is over here. George looks like a phantom. I will take on a phantom. And I am totally doing damage. Look at that. If only I can get up there to attack him. Come on, come back down here. You know you want to. That's a mythic boss. I was calling this legendary. These are mythic. There we go. Come down here. I do so much damage. And it does like nothing to me. Come here. Come on, get some. Get some. You got to come back down here for more. Oh yeah, we can easily kill this thing. Usually, I do like, you hit these guys with a normal sword, and it does like no damage, right? It'll do like 1, if you're lucky, damage. Sometimes it won't do it at all because of their shield. But we just annihilated them. Look at this helmet. I mean, oh my gosh, this gives you permanent resistance. There's just some crazy stuff going on here. All right, so now that we're here, I think it's time to do some exploring. Of course, you may have forgot, we can actually fly and just look at this map. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So we've just entered into a new biome. And there should be a couple of different biomes in here. But this is the Soul Sand biome. And wow, our walk speed is so high. It doesn't even feel like I'm actively walking on this. This is just beautiful. By the way, I'm going to try my best to go after all of these guys that pop up, because this gear, when broken down, can make it so we can actually upgrade our current gear, I believe, even higher. I'm just wondering, is this guy doing any damage? I don't think it's doing any damage. But then again, I could just get like insta one-tapped and not even realize it. No, I'm not. It's not doing any damage. Oh my upgrades. This is sick. I mean, it's like we have fire resist and we're not even... Like, where do we just get random night vision from? I don't even know. Like, this, our shield ain't even, it's not even taking durability. What? This is just... Ah, I love it. Here we go. Here is another mythic. And just got annihilated in a few swipes. Oh my. So because of our attack speed being so high, I want to show you something that is incredibly funny. There's no delay. So, yes, I can kill these guys. But watch this. There's absolutely no delay. It's so crazy. Oh, this is so broken. Now, something I do have to keep my eyes on is, of course, my durability on my magic gear. It does, however, repair itself over time, but if I'm sitting here taking some major hits, of course, it's going to run out of durability. So I do have to keep an eye out on it. So this is the other biome. Well, the other desert hills biome, which is pretty nice. Looks like blitz kind of spawn in here, which is really handy. But of course, I haven't been in a regular desert to know. But yeah, oh man, just all kinds of mobs spawn here. We got spiders now. Look at that crazy loot drops from this. Okay, the looting also mixed with scav is kind of powerful. Very powerful. I mean, this is a lot of loot. Holy smokes. All of the reliquary stuff. That's like compiled loot. Okay, so at this point, let's get a little bit, I would say, cheesy here, because we can actually search in this biome for all the Modium Dungeon, all the Modium Piglin Village, and Ancient Pyramid. All of these are really great. I think the Pyramid is a little bit better. Could be wrong, but the Pyramid should have a lot of chests inside that should have some juicy loot. Now, when accepting this, it might take a moment. It looks like it is selected. So now, when we click it, there we go. Structure's been found about 4,000 blocks away. And this is the reason why we want to go to this dimension. And there you have it. It took us right to one. And I gotta say, this dimension loads so much better than it did in the other packs I've played. Oh my goodness. Hoppers. What is all this stuff? This is kind of cool. Now, this would be a good time for night vision, but my goofy self did leave my night vision goggles back at home. That's a piglich. I have a feeling. Okay, they take a they might be able to kill me. I've heard some bad things about these guys. And I've heard, oh, by the way, I mentioned lag, and then of course now I get it. I've heard bad things about these guys. Wow, they take a lot to kill. A whole bunch to kill. And because we hit them with a little bit of knockback here. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. Oh, and the witches are just awful in here. You know, it's not taking as long as I thought it was going to take to kill this guy. And he's dead. And how many of these do we get? And oh my gosh, these guys are just awful. Whew, let's fly up here real quick. I didn't even go into the dungeon yet. We got 2 hearts from that. All the Modium leggings. I wonder if, like, the pigliches are able to be spawned in as a hostile mob, and then we can set up an auto killer for it. I mean, surely that's been thought about. I don't know if this is meant to be done manually or automated. I have no idea. But that would be kind of cool to play around with. Okay. I guess this was built in a 2x2. So, waystone here, and the other. Nice. So now we have a way back, but as you can see, things are a little crazy. These are spawning like crazy on the outside. So many witches. It's just, this is hilarious. So many witch hats. I don't think my inventory can really keep up. But I'm not taking any damage. However, my gear I don't think takes damage either from the potions. Just overall, just ludicrousy. But we might be able to go over to a side here. And let's set this to a 7x7. And we'll just mine into this. Oh my gosh. What's behind this wall? So many chests. Wow. I know there's a lot of mobs. I could not imagine going in to this with any other setup. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever played a mod pack quite that does it like this. And inside here looks like some really good stuff. Oh my. If you can even get to it, because there's so much going on. My goodness. Now, I've definitely known the top to be a lot better for loot. It does appear that we are nearly running out of room here. But those look like netherite blocks to me. Do I have a ranged break? Fortune, range break. Okay, they've got to be. We can go ahead and break these 2 spawners here. I mean, me jumping in here and killing them, probably not a bad idea. If I can get these spawners broken. Oh boy, I just don't want my gear to break. That's the one thing I'm worried about. I should put unbreaking on them. There we are. I believe that is netherite blocks right there. Oh my gosh, it totally is. If I can stand up here. Oh my. Yep. Just straight up blocks of netherite. Whew. There's a lot of mobs in there. Oh my gosh. So now that I'm back home, I'm just looking at some of the stuff that we pulled from there. And it's just kind of remarkable. Like all of the things. It's pretty crazy. I mean, just look at all the witch hats from just killing those things. The wither skeleton skulls, because we get beheading with Vorpal. A totem of undying, which is really nice. All the hearts, the wither ribs, blocks of netherite. And we didn't even open but one chest. Now we also got piglich hearts, which I believe are used for late game items. Like making the dragon soul, which is used for the Aldermodium star, which is a very late game if you want to get into creative sort of thing. But it's also used in making the combined alloys for the better equipment. So like this, I believe, is used to make the Aldermodium alloy pickaxe and sword and stuff like that. So interesting. I almost wonder if there's a cool way to farm those things. Well, guys, I hope you enjoy learning how to become super OP in All the Mods 8. I mean, and I'm sure you can get even more OP than we currently are. This is just the starting point, and all of our gear, it's not even mythic. We only have one mythic piece, and we were able to slaughter mythics like they were nothing. It's just mind-boggling. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Of course, I do, however, want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to be a huge thanks going to Bean Green. Thank you so much for supporting me over on Discord, becoming a Discord premium member. And of course, guys, I just want to say, if you're interested in joining the Discord, all you got to do is go to discord.gg/ChosenArchitect and join the amazing community over there. We have an amazing Discord community. I would love for you to be a part of it. And of course, guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you have any tips or tricks you would like to mention down in the comments below, be sure to do so. That really helps out everybody else, and including me. I always learn from you guys. So be sure to do that, and I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.